Young penny for baby say, if you are seeing her, will be ma, will be check. Why not HO? So we'll pay IT, won't be 1 year, so we'll pay support. Slam Technologies is your #1 partner. Your office will US in your office will Ghana, so your numbers need go. So we'll share IT classes, we'll hear career coaching, we'll hear support for business, cybersecurity. Free, na your partner. Your back here, Slam Technologies, transformation with excellence.
Living in Ghana, abroad, a first-timer visiting Ghana, or a company wondering where to get quality service providers in Ghana for any job? Then Ejumapa On Demand Services is here to assist you. Ejumapa On Demand Services connect requesters and service providers such as masons, plumbers, electricians, auto repairers, home and office cleaners, trash collectors, rent agents, spa attendants, roofers, beauticians, teachers, CCTV installers, and all artisans on one platform. Yes, one platform. Trust Ejumapa On Demand Services to sort you out any day, anywhere, and at any time. To download the app, please visit the App Store and Play Store or visit our website www.ejumapa.com.
This Airbnb in Dansoman Estates, Accra, is only $40 a day and offers all the amenities for a comfortable stay. It is also conveniently located 30 minutes away from the airport. We also have 1 and 2 bedroom apartments for long-term rental at English Heat, Amamprum, 15 minutes to the Wedge Toll Booth and the West Hills Mall, going for 1,500 and 1,000 Ghana cedis only. Call Parry Group on 053-866-3532, 053-866-3532. This is Parry Group of Companies.
All right, Ebusa for more about SVTV Africa. So thank God it's Friday. Friday is the only say yes. SVTV Africa here live 5:30 to 7. I am in a lawyer wisdom wise man solicitors. We may be aqua, but hope so be on SVTV Africa fans. I'm share live on your YouTube channel SVTV Africa. So as you streaming live, so your Facebook page SVTV Africa. From DJ Nyame, more about me show no so many lawyer wisdom akaho from wise man solicitors. I'm based in UK, London. I'm office on Dawson Junction. McDonald's on side, you know. It's a mini lawyer wisdom akaho we didn't come on now. And then of course UK the debut the BB UK 4. Last week I say baby a phone line and we'll be sending a question. And to share my own be very important. UK in common ebabedi, yendi Germany in common, yendi US in common, and Canada in common, UK or Ghana or UK. And now so other country but so UK UK in common ebabedi. Inti menelo wisdom akawo babedi in common. Like a share or questions be a person will be sir. Maybe a phone line so to no more person more friend so more friend and me the TikTok so be count or TikTok live so be count na in-stream or TikTok so na TikTok fans no so among so huni echo inti lawyer ba meko straight to me the TikTok so be count inti me welcome lawyer wisdom akao so I ready there na just say you ba be nkomo share link no or question be a comment section with me bisa maybe a phone line so no what friend WhatsApp call I only him say your numbers there two screens so you catch them say mun save sana mana +233 240 677 +233 240 677 898 maybe a line to ma na my fresh see the old Freddy are clean, nothing will come. So try answer na maybe a phone line to ma na our friend or question be and I will be able to be a lawyer wisdom akawa no will be sano to share live or share link no na in komo Asante wisdom, welcome on board. Say how are you? I'm good. Say lawyer. So I ready ya? Yanko time na so. Ken lawyer wisdom akao. Lawyer. Hey lawyer in the dark. Hey, Charlie, I don't want to so studio B doom sober one.
David, this here.
Because me who say me who are the I say why a dark be I mean who so yes see how I call off. I say why a dark be say na lawyer then e so. Eh? Yeah. Abigail, Edu, welcome on board. Me that's Abigail Edu.
Thank you.
Lawyer, who was Studio A one?
Studio A.
Who was Studio A?
Yes.
Fantastic. And a lawyer,
Yeah.
Yama Kwaba.
The next couple of weeks, we will yours to the B in T, but for now, it was to the A.
So okay. Yate. Waba, say Bibi Boko.
Yeah, I do more Bibi Boko, Jana Dunte. Unswe.
Yes, we are pa. Now, what be there? UK for the Debia Mud Biba. Lawyer, I hope the same of us and Oberpeke also among
questions. You better questions. You better call.
Okay. It's UK say then immigration, then on the other ain't here.
Thank you, DJ. And I hope everybody is doing well. We thank God for another day of our lives. Thank God for Friday. It goes very fast and comes very fast. We thank God. Now, this evening, there, just a few updates or one or two information. Sorry, my lips are so dry and itchy. Oh, well, DJ, so we share Home Office Eddie information be eba. Amodi eba say they want to restrict visa applications for some nationalities that could be that they want to restrict visa applications for nationalities. So the Home Office is set to toughen immigration visa application for some nationalities. In other words, it could be restricted. Now, why? So we share near Omudi Abba, we share BBC News and other sites now. I'm going to say visa applications from nationalities thought most likely to overstay and claim asylum in the UK could be restricted and the new government crackdown. Near Echirani said, this new government, that is the Labour government that has come in, Keir Starmer and his ministers have decided to crack down on immigration in the UK. And one way they want to do it is that they want to prevent people who come here legally and then later tend to claim asylum. They want to restrict the visa applications for some nationalities or for some countries. Now, Omwabo, a few countries, so, but the full list is not out yet. So if you go to the list of the information as well, almost under the Home Office plans, first reported in the Times, people from countries such as Pakistan, Nigeria, and Sri Lanka may find it more difficult to come to the UK to work and to study. So these are the three countries we've mentioned, but the list is going to go on. It says countries such as Pakistan, Nigeria, and Sri Lanka may find it more difficult to come to work and to study in the UK. As a ministers believe there is a particular problem with those who come to the UK legally to work or to study with visas and then lodge claim for asylum. So legally, I'm going to visit visa eba, and I'm going to visa back to work, and I'm going to visa back to study. I'm going to do heavy pay. Then they claim asylum to switch from the student route or from the study route or from the work route to claim asylum to be in the UK. Now, this is what happens. Me mamuti say last week or the week before says so obroni ebe ni bibia or tunibuase. Tunibuase building statistics for a very long time. No one who said, oh, this country, this is what happens. That people, if it's a country way back, this is what they tend to do. After a period of time, they either carry on working, then maybe they switch to parents or partner or spouse or work route. Or people from this particular country, some bar, the omu yeni se, omu eklemi asylum. And to say, share statistically, Mijidi said they have done their statistical analysis over the years. And I'm who say countries from Pakistan, people from Sri Lanka, people from Nigeria, say Amuba, they come in with genuine visa to come and study or to come and work. But once they arrive here, then they switch to asylum to be in the UK. And so the Home Office wants to tighten that to limit the number of visa that will be granted to people from these countries. Now, ministers believe there's a particular problem with those who come to the UK legally to work or study visas and then lodge claim for asylum, which, if granted, will allow them to stay in the UK permanently. So again, the statistics over the years, and someone said this is what people are doing from these countries. So Home Office spokesperson said, our upcoming immigration white paper will set out comprehensive plan to restore order to our broken immigration system. They are saying the immigration system is broken. So they will come out with a white paper, and the white paper will detail what they want to do, how they want to address the immigration problems. To be honest with you, and now I can say things are already difficult. So if they want to make it more difficult, then I don't know exactly how it's going to be like for younger Ayeba with visit visa. Say Baba Kimono. I don't know how it's going to work, but let's see how it goes as we go along. Now, Omar Council said it is not clear which nationalities are most likely to overstay. They've just given 3 examples of countries that overstay or that fall in this category, but it is not clear which nationalities are most likely to overstay their visas, as Home Office has not published the statistics on which checks on exit checks since 2020 due to review into the accuracy of the figures. Now, normally, they don't keep the statistics of how many people leave the country every day. Of course, they have the state data of those who come to the country every day. But those who leave, they are not able to keep that record. So Nyamu can say they would publish the records since 2020, that they last did it. They would review the record and then publish it, and we'll get to know. It says many exits from the UK can go unrecorded. A lot of exits, they don't record them. They can go, meaning those without departure record were not necessarily still in the country. It can mean that somebody has come, they've left. But because they don't record the departure, they can also tell whether say and these are the reasons why it is not very easy for them to determine which particular countries fall within the category of nationalities or nationals that come to this country and then switch to asylum or switch to something else. So the Home Office intend to publish these things, and then we will know which countries that will fall in this category. Of course, already, it is tight. It is becoming more and more difficult. Say Ubaba with all the right documentations. And when or if this comes out, you know exactly which people are or which countries will fall within the category or whose visa no ever restricted. Yeah, so you have a certain number and certain thousands of visas a year. Some of the changes never if you are reducing number no. We don't know, particularly for Omo Amuba as students and Omo Amuba to work in the UK. Latest Home Office figures show that more than 108,000 people claimed asylum in the UK last year. Since just last year, 108,000 people, more than 108,000 people claimed asylum in the UK, the highest level since records began in 1979. So counting from 1979 up to Ene Ayekase, the highest number of asylum claimants in a particular year is 108,000 people, and that was in 2024. That is quite high by the Home Office standard. Almost in total, 10,542 Pakistani nationals claimed asylum. Pakistan for just Pakistanis, 10,542 Pakistani nationals claimed asylum, the most of any nationality. Some 2,862 Sri Lankan nationals and 2,841 Nigerian nationals claimed asylum in the UK. So already they've given us some statistics. Pakistan, 10,542 people claimed asylum last year. Sri Lanka, 2,862 claimed asylum last year. 2,841 from Nigeria claimed asylum in the UK. And because of some of this, they want to crack down on the number of people who come to work in the UK or who come as students and then they later claim asylum. The latest figures for 2023-24 also shows there were 732,285 international students in the UK, with most coming from India. That is 107,480 from India and 84,400 from China. The number of UK work and study visas dropped in 2024 compared to the year before. So, statistically, the Home Office is computing everything, and everything they are computing is indicating that they intend to, of course, crack down or limit the number of visas people from a certain country or certain countries. We don't have the details yet. Say, Omodiba, Yebema Obiaso Ate. It goes on to say, sir, now from yes, international students, 732,000 international students in the UK, 732,258 international students, and then out of this, some number of them claimed asylum. The number of UK work visas dropped. Since becoming a prime minister last year, Keir Starmer has promised to reduce both illegal and legal migration. That is near prime minister now promising illegal immigration and legal migration. Prime minister said is going to reduce all because yempese nkrofobeba ekrumha bebre. So has promised to reduce illegal and legal migration, but has previously declined to offer a net migration target, saying an arbitrary cap has not has had no impact in the past. Or say he can't give any figure, but he's going to reduce the numbers. And I can tell you for a fact that the man is reducing the numbers of people who are coming to this country, and of course, the number of people who are remaining in this country. Net migration, the number of people coming to the UK minus the number living, hit a record of 906,000 in the year to June 2023, and then fell to 728,000 in the year to June 2024. And the Sausha Keir Starmer has done some work from, that is, in 2023. If you look at the people who come and the people who leave, so let's say 1 million came, 200,000 left, in Tiaka 800,000. And 1.1 million came, 200,000 left, aka 900,000. And it's almost in 2023, the net migration was 906,000. And in 2024, it fell from 906,000 to 728,000, which is roughly about 200,000 people. That's a reduction of about 200,000 people, roughly. Now, Keir Starmer is serious. The Prime Minister is serious. He intends to reduce the number of people coming to this country, to reduce the number of people who are coming to stay in this country. He intends to reduce the numbers. And this is for our information. Se upesa uba okrum ha, to send the DJ Nyami ekaye last week. And yes, and I see memma bra, but se uba bra in a way uba ubet me atsna without any difficulties, without any problems. And yes, I uba do hewe, won't mean ye juma, won't mean go GP, won't mean rented dine, then you'll be stranded. And if you can't work, you can't pay your rent, you can't become homeless, you have a lot of difficulties. This is what is going on. Now, I would advise, Uber UK, please seek advice. Uber as a visitor, and go back. Uber as a spouse, Mawukuno, and make sure everything is in place. Uber, you don't have any difficulties. Uber as a student, make sure you meet the requirements to enter the UK as a student. Who you course now, then of course you can go back to your country. So that is what it is. And if you are coming to work, Uber, ensure that you are working with the company that brings you or that's applied for you to come. With that, you don't have a lot of difficulties. But if not, Uber do here, you have a lot of problems. So yes, come to the UK, but come the right way. Come to the UK, come to visit, come to stay, come to study, come to work with a charity, come to do what you want to do legally, but come the right way. And yes, sir, if your visa expires, it becomes very difficult. It's becoming more and more difficult for people to get their leave to be in the UK. So seek advice, come the right way, and then you have your peace of mind. DJ, that is the first update. I'm a person, Medi Emma.
Okay, Lawyer Wisdom Akao share live on SVTV Africa. You're streaming live on YouTube channel SVTV Africa. So you're streaming live on Facebook SVTV Africa. You're streaming so TikTok for your mama kwaba. I'm on joining your YouTube channel no. It's streaming live so on TikTok on SVTV Africa. Mon follow and I'm share. Lawyer. So when we update and a second update so
Second update ewo.
Yentie we are near a phone line no.
Yes, second update now Medivani say, DJ, we are having issues with younger yedi health and care visa no edi ebaye. Two people combined. Oma beduha obano si nikunu no one no any contact. Ana ohunu mpoda. Obema no si ni yire no one baby awo. So ohunu mpo a ombeduha no relationship na break it down. And ebinum ye awareja ye krata efifie ena omodi eko efikesim na omogina so they are moving on. The problem I have is saying is say who acquire a divorce certificate. I'm the last week me kind. What acquire divorce no? Dates now what divorce no so no. A 14th of February 2023. Would they acquire efficacy? Or balance so acquire for dates now was no. A 25th of March 2024. Papa ni dini de nako. Oba nso dini de akọ. Se opese oware ana opese owuba nti waye na odi akọ. Nipa mienu, two different divorce dates. Two different divorce certificates with different dates. Ma efficacy for dream say ana amu ye checks after say from the very beginning, no relationship, no, awaripa and awaripa, creating a lot of problems. And it's a wumpo ukoye application because from the very beginning, almost say wawari na worry ye di buy and waripanti na ewo omotrimo and sana ombaye the subsequent decision na ombaye about your new application no na akako hadwene. Tinye can say somewhat baha. Nasa aware no enkoso ana ntiase nye adwuma mpo a se mobegu aware na mom tiase se ye begu no mogu no wi a se papa na tue bi baba no se tue bi a momfa sa divorce certificate ba ko na momie no ne am wo no ebia papa no wo original no mame no so wo copy momfa eno no emfa nko efficacy enye se papa no ga koye ba ko date for was so Obano Subaka Koyeni dear did for ever was so. A banisa is going to create problems for you. And no any issues are have it to see. That is another update. Maybe say yema yeho. Say Bibisa please ensure that there is an agreement between the two of you that we can't continue marrying anymore. Yantimin worry biomunity. Yegu aware no. Papa no cra certificate no. Oban so cra a copy. Mudi ako efficacy. Asam edina some ko. So oban so aware. Obet me to us aware. Obema no so aware. Or no so bet me to us aware. But so divorce certificates near different dates. And yeah, it will create a lot of problems for you and yensha ano enso ano idea how you say to be person me ho so that sebibisa ebekoswa we can be on the same page. You can be on the same page with your ex so that there is no much difficulties. Third thing I'm a person to do and say DJ me ho say ebinumu aba ombadu ye na titiri emma no ombadu ye no relationship ni nipa na one ni buy health and care then break it down and we are moving on one obi foforo akowo ba papa no be application ama ne ba no se onje ne British passport near home office yes say and say and near passport office and say omba ka kire mo say on answer na omde passport mbeba abofra no. They want to be sure say abofra no eye woba. Enti omo here one pictures. Chere say time na maame no nyem no. Na papa no ne maame no ewo pictures at different stages throughout the pregnancy. From the beginning, the middle, the first trimester, second trimester, and the third trimester, or whatever it is called. Different stages of the man and the woman with the pregnancy before the child was born. Set. And yet, relationship, papa, you won't get those documents. They'll refuse the application for Abofrane Diana. 2, they want evidence. Actually say, time now, mamma no nyamano, or call GP, echo register. Your friend, is it antenatal? Antenatal book na or no? Papa na will say on your mono. Ni ding ewo GP ho, ana send ding ene ho, ana obi fufro ding ene wo ho a, ene obi fufro entime mambe kase. Me ni abofrey papa. Meanwhile, obema fufro binti newo GP ho. Na obi fufro nso abase me ni abofrey papa. Me baba ji British passport edi ama me ba no. Enye ejuma. Enti Home Office, Passport Office, bisa this information. So you ba make sure say bibia is in place. Yes,
lawyer. Otemenka. Surprisingly, no, you call light of kakra, but I don't think say Obia complaining. I think so whatever you said in the Obiate. But for almost let's say 7 minutes in your light out. So we need to switch to generator. So it's here for some more comment section, no. Some TBB the and next solid because me call off from me has say. So say me call off from her, but some TBB the that means lawyer the okay in your entity so.
Mate, enti me da say DJ. Nena make can say make us about young with regards to the our divorce certificates, papa na efufro ayebako obanuso ayebako, 2 different dates, 2 couples, but 2 different divorce certificates with 2 different dates. Home Office ebekase enye papa. That can affect your applications in future, and to take note of that. And then I moved on to young ayeba yenena obano. I'm moving on with another man. Wonyem okwakowono. Say, what's it, papa way any abofrani papa? Eba ni sign na obi fufro ding na wo GP ho se onane wo enanyim. Nti se kodo edi ewo ho a yawo entime mba echina embeka se onane abofrani papa nti okwa British passport abano. Home Office for say, Passport Office say woni abofrani papa produce pictures. Amofrano progressive photographs. Stage 1 of the pregnancy, stage 2 of the pregnancy, stage 3, stage 4, until the child was born. Woni maame no, and now woni papa no, more different pictures at different stages of the pregnancy until the child was born. Number two, after the child was born, or when the child was born, was the man in the hospital? Was the man at the time, was he with the woman at the time of birth? They want to see evidence of papana or no see only a British citizen. They want to see evidence not at the time of birth, not necessarily in the bedroom. But yeah, baby no or a Jenny Bano pictures were pictures were naming ceremony pictures were church yes, church blessing and christening pictures were different stages. Home Office wants evidence. And sana omodi abofrano British passport ebeshenensa se upapa eya British and our papa ewa indefinite and sana the British passport na edi ama abofrano. Now say these documents are, then it means that the Home Office is not going to give you the child's British passport. Na maame na gyina so ana wafa so na sit now. Another thing omo ebisa ne se wo se wo ware yansa na wo ba krom ha wajaye we want to see the divorce certificate that there was a divorce certificate before the child was born. Nienti a omo bisa we ne se wo hwe section 50 subsection 9A of the British Nationality Act of 1981. I say a child's father is the man to whom the child's mother was married to at the time the child was born. In other words, woni niamu fi Ghana baye we a couple, health and care or any other category students, and you came as a couple, husband and wife, muda so eware, na se obano ni obi foforo ekowo a, abofra no papa na ofi Ghana baye no, abofra no ye ne ba. Enye nea ne din ekoda abofra no birth certificates no so no, enye ono ene abofra no papa. So, wonem wone obi foforo akonyim a konyensen a enya make sure say ansa na obewo no wone wukunu na wo baaye no esese o kire se na mo ware no egu ansa na wawo enya sa ene wo ba no onye ni papa ba obeye wukunu ba. So anonso ade a Home Office passport office say pa timemie ate so that se wo situation bi sa wo honia esese wo ye ansa na abofra no ya wo no. Let's take note of that. Very, very important. Now omo abanso se upe ubetimi akoye DNA na omo aka ho se DNA no enye compulsory but upe ubetimi aye one uya ye be hwe na the application no the abofra British passport no the amount after we've made a consideration one yanswa we will take note of that when we are making a decision based on the evidence was supplied. Now near almost patch say yeah almost suspect says I'm not making this they are suspecting say nyinsani bino enye papa for now almost say nyinsani almost DND and don't take almost the long list of requirements about no much sheda the account say DNA no upa koye upa menye we ba yebehwe wanya manso a documents out there bano and no so ne yebegina their decision. I know how they are thinking. I mean you and I can see how they are thinking. One person can say simple but me can say documents now there bano is not enough for us to conclude that the child is your child and therefore upa we DNA again upa menye but already they would have made their decision to refuse the passport for the child. This is what the problems are. Sawunyam papa ne ya abofra papa maniding enkoda GP ho antenatal documents ne ya maniding endaso onyima different pictures progressive pictures different stages. Now obi ba bisa me say na papa no owo yiri na wabetwa ne ho once bi na ade na allock here on person obayi n'anim a what are you going to do? Well, if he is truly the father of the child, he will be more than willing to do a DNA to support his child's application. Once the DNA is positive, there should be no further problems. So indirectly, the Home Office can say, yes, said DNA is compulsory. Nansu, it plays a very important role in the decision making when it comes to British passport applications. And upa, koye, upa, menye, wudiba, yebesum, one fam manswa, and in Yaudiabano, and no senior vagina, a dia decision. And I suspect that the decision might not be favorable. So this is what it is. DJ, it's not getting any easier. It's not getting easier. But I believe, sir, as time goes on, things would become clearer, and then we will be able to proceed from there. DJ, you can
Okay.
open the lines.
Royal Wisdom Macau, Wise Man Solicitors here that say and when you remember, would they say church when you are na ba could be a woman best of bohobium. Lawyer. Okay, ba could be all say. Okay, ba could be all say omu worry na obi na ko match na. Okay, bibi sa me te bibi pharmacy so obi na ko match na.
Yes.
Na dey akwese obi a wa worry o ba mu njaye.
Yes.
And I would match na come obi fufuro na wabo match no. Ah, o claim say the enyo ukuna nkasa no na oni akora no. Ba emra na won so chese ukuna na enim no nti chese ono na akora na ye ne dia.
Simple.
Yeah. This one the matter day.
I'm friend anybody. And see, oh,
Hey.
and
any animal omo papa di real mu ni ade enim si awari na yakomo obi fufura match. And the hot the enim say o there yes say the okobo match enim no there o there ne ba na ma wari na na any
papa. Yes. Papa.
This be serious. You don't know. You don't know.
Papa.
And you maybe why taking it likely, but and you better say
you see, if you don't know the rules, for lack of knowledge, we all perish. But if you have the knowledge, you have the understanding, you know what the rules say, that gives you illumination, it gives you enlightenment, it gives you clarity in your mind. You know what not to do or what to do. And it is the knowledge that will give us the enlightenment. So, we take it for granted. We take it so easily, but the laws are there. Sometimes they don't enforce them, but the laws are just there. And nothing I will say, wono wakobo game no, usabu fani ya udia no, because when to me. Because with details any abufanes with details was super because my many papa ni kuna buy that's so worrying the abufana man. However, DJ, so it can be argued in a very interesting way. So we'll say papa no enkoye DNA enti nia onye mame no wakoye DNA actually say biologically abufano kojo dia enti kojo etimi eje British passport amana, okay, because biologically ono eje British passport amane bana na se oba no ene yaw edaso ewo ho as married couple na yaw se enye hwe wakowo na so mepemade sa yaw so betimi aye argument based on the bana or British citizen legally no honest bet me an argument based on that and say your own law says that I am the father of this child, even though I'm not the biological father. Gini British passport amano, I am legally the father by virtue of section 80 section 80 subsection 9A of the British Nationality Act. So the arguments can be made and raised with the supporting laws now. We can fight in that aspect as well. But it all depends on whether Papana Wani Obana Nyim Aoye DNA no better me associated in getting the British passport for his child. If that happens, then cool. It is doable. In another case, we've dealt with before. Papa no ni mame no mu worry Ghana. No buy Papa ni buy first. In fact, the mame ne buy first. Oja papa no because osi want to mean a long distance relationship. Mame no any obi fufro ebe wo krom ha. Ni ba na British citizen. Oje British passport e ma ni ba no. Papa na oni mame no mo from me no Ghana no. Ono nso ɛbaeɛ. Ɔbaeɛ no, ɔne maame no san hyiaeɛ. Ɔsɛ ɔmepɛ m'adeɛ saa. Even though sɛ maame no akɔwo no, still no ɔpɛ ne yere dada. Ɔsan ɛware no. Remember said they divorced. They came here and married again. Ɔfa ne aba no ma na ɔyɛ British ne so no. Ɛfa ne so ɛna ɔno nso ɛdɛnya n'asetena okron. So DJ, mmara no wɔ hɔ. Nanso mmara no nso wɔ hɔ. Mmara no wɔ hɔ na interpretation of the rules and application and so on. Meja wɔ hɔ. Let's take the questions.
Okay, so obetimi afre who questions kakra or comment section. Na mo amunim ye number no TikTok there. Menka no credit nche me the number no to your screen so I won't say me cut off CCR because I am someone pesa say all the number be better. But mo amunim ye number no +233 240 WhatsApp. Obetimi afre lawyer, na only lawyer kasa. +233 240 677-898 +233 240 677-898. Me the better screen so but number ni obetimi afre mo amoye numbers no dada no one number we dada obetimi afre question be person obisa lawyer quick one and then share dan che +233 240 677-898 free. Hello. Yes, me bacho lawyer tio. Low me bacho low TV no. Low volume no TV no so low volume na esa e be my feedback. Misrel.
Okay, Matime that's it.
Lawyer tio.
Yo, lawyer me mo adwuna e da senso ne nkyerɛkyerɛ pa o de my friend Max. Ono ma yi bi na room ke bi na room na wa woni tua ye nkrofo yi. Maybe the end, fortunately for me, my wife and a buyer, but Madame Fubi, on only different way and a buyer. On only the no, the wife on a different just and clatter the ABR and clatter what the ABR. Now, the only thing a woman said, Madame for not to baby now, the wife for not to baby. So they be a cohabitation as him. Now, Madame for the Busa say, that's no kind of two. If you say Busa say, Yamia Domna say ABR do one of my indefinite now. Give me an application album and last say we a ana we akwa because na just include my teaching kakrama it does.
Who didn't know bisa na
I think so lawyer or bisa manadam for bio said
manadam for no okay right yes sir woni obi aware ana woni wire aware na mabakrom ha it is expected sir mobetna together and the only exception to this under EU law no under EU law there there's a case of I say to the ata sa case nature as someone temo under the same roof fumpo and amon temo bompo it does not affect the relationship. You are still regarded as a married couple until there is a divorce. That is under the EU law. But under the Home Office, under the UK immigration rules, skilled worker, Appendix FM, Appendix skilled worker, Appendix graduate route, or any other route, it is expected, say, when we together. Someone take together every day. It is expected, say, you have a matrimonial home. You have a matrimonial home. A place, mufrese a hoye, mufie. And Tia Papa Niajuma of Birmingham. Or call weekends, no abefie. And now Papa no Ayajuma Leicester. Or quite weekend, no abefie. There has to be a common address. More documents, and yes, the time no soon, some application. Either you make it together or you make it separately. Whatever happens, the Home Office will want to see evidence. I actually said you've lived together. Some way application it together, you still need evidence to show you live together. When it's separately as well, the Home Office can still call for evidence to show say what's not the same address during the period of your stay in the UK. So I would advise you to please get your documents together or tell your friend to have the same address with his wife. And yes, sir, it can create a lot of problems in future. Thank you.
Hello, Mbacho lawyer Tio.
Good evening.
Good evening, yes, you.
Pacho, okay. Pacho, my application is na Sunday message there, but the application for you. My marriage certificate and the application and the other names may different. But I mean, this I know refuse because I'm Mr. Kana World Bank statements in this one. It's a measure. My name is Mirena Agile. It's a measure about who. I just say name na my marriage certificate. So maybe about the application names may different. Yeah, worry if I for. Me use the same name and I say me use the back because marriage certificate is different. The application is different.
The Pacho, Miss Anamami say, on no ding ni na asesa na hina ding na asesa.
Also, Udini Nasasa, now I did Nasasa. Hello, we mute you. Hello,
Me papa di necessary. Me papa di necessary.
Who papa ding na asesa? Okay, I say ni papa ding na asesa.
yeah.
Well, it can be an issue. It's happened before. It's been a problem before, and to say, and you can give an explanation as to why that is the case. Because Niame when say, Papa ni eba krumhano na ni application form no so no na papa foforo ding na was so. Obadu hewie ebusuafo aware omoware ma no. Uhwe statutory declaration na omoye na. Ding na won papa section no was also a different name. It created problems. Home Office refused the application because they would always cross-check with your previous application forms. And in this particular case I'm talking of, the father's names were different, and that became a huge issue. Be consistent with the name would defeat that and no any problems in because otherwise you have a lot of difficulties if it is refused. And how do you justify the change in the name? So if you can, please, if the mistake is from marriage certificate and a divorce certificate as well, take it back to them, let them correct, and then send it back to you to carry on with your application. Thank you.
Hello, Mbacho lawyer Tio.
Hello, lawyer. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am. It is saying.
Pacho, me pese me who say me pese me me visit visa ebe krum ha. Ba na me pese me who say me na me ye bibia to say me present me document any me bank statement bibia. E was so no so printed bank statement ana. So say our pensioner enti e no so wanye adwuma of formal sector no ton yama wo dwum. Inti so ohia bank statement asika ahe na ɛwɔ sɛ onya as a visit ansa na waba.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Yes, over
That's
here,
all.
as I said, or track the financial position and our situation. At almost all times, the Home Office episode said, "Wa wobano, sika seng na wo, property ben na wo, business ben na wo." Edi na chere se uba sign ako. So they expect to see the old lady's bank statement to show that there's some money in it. Tisene Wakano, she is a pensioner. One yejuma or any formal sector. Mijidi said, Ebia muna momane sika. There must be something in her account, I believe. She can use that to support it. But even if she hasn't got a lot of money in her account, Ebeya says some application in mana. Explain, say, you are going to be responsible for the tickets of all the financial commitments now. Mona Mubaya responsible. The ticket, her feeding, her clothing, her shopping, and everything else. Wow, wahano, Mona be responsible. Because old lady will need any source of income, and she's a pensioner, she's retired, she's not working. But Bibiano, Una Ubeye. You just want to come, you want her to come to spend some time with you. And I believe, sir, who present in a year, they will consider it. Even though it is not guaranteed, they'll still consider it and make a decision on that basis. Besides, as an old lady, our property is being sworn, maybe or 9 when they are renting, or just kaka crank one. But me these are documents, no, so I the account application. No, I just say, look, yes, she's got some property that she can go back to. To be honest with you, a lot of the old ladies, no one back room how. DJ, I will back 1 2 1 2. Just after after 3 months, 4 months, Charlie, they get bored. They are so bored. Almost a they don't like to be here. And then see, they'll start pushing you. I want to go back. I want to go back. I want to go back. If you're there, Charlie, about me a oh, Auntie Ajua, it is saying, about me at Nabonting, Abon Komoka Kra, or and about me a Kojum, about me a Shama market, a shopping Kakra, Wabefi, where are you going? So the old ladies, they just want to come and see this place. No more sign, I'll go back. They don't really like to come and stay here. But Home Office, we want to be sure. So you have to prove to them, say, Mommy Ba or Metna, she's just come to visit and go back. At least she just wants the bragging right. The bragging right. You know what I'm saying? Bragging right. Hey, Aboriginal so in here, copy. That's all old lady wants to. So let's make it well for her.
Boss, yes, yo.
Okay, why are we doing more? Send me a person fresh and person was say, Oko for a year. Every Ghana at Nabasa still near 29,000 and I say a cost rate to 38,000. And a second one is say on Kratan Babu July 1st July. Na Wagmumu for no I start say church or say on Kratan Babu Winton. I didn't do 1st July no. To me, I catch us connect before 1st July na. My friends about 25th and 26th. Some to me as a connect and I said this I do 1st July and answer.
Well, first one is if you want to go and bring your year, you have to still meet the £29,000 and young cost through to 38,000. We hope Sir Encore can do 38 because if could do 38 and yeah, because how many of us and even 29,000 we are struggling. They could do 38, then and then Omukachas don't bring your partners to the UK. So right now there that's so 29,000. Who person in term because senior labor or my senior kiestama air corner, nobody can tell with certainty what is going to come next. If you want to bring your partner, please do it quick because the rules can change at any time. Secondly, we are sitting on the 1st July. You are supposed to make the application from the 3rd of June. That is, we are within the 28 days. You are within the 28 days. From the 3rd of June to the 1st of July, that is 28 days. Any time from the 3rd of June, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th onwards, you can put in your application. The employers want to be sure. They don't want to pay £60,000 for employing a person who doesn't have the right to be in the UK. And because of that, they will prompt you and tell you that you have to make your application or bring evidence to show that you have made an application. So one fan and they want to protect themselves, go home. Even though it is not the 1st of July, which should be the deadline. But they also want to be proactive and checking. And also remember, Home Office, the employer, echo check with the Home Office. With the employer checking service, will be at the application. But it takes maybe 10 days or more for them to respond to the Home Office, to the employer, I'm sorry. The employer doesn't want to keep you there. From that first up onto the Home Office comes with their decision. If during that time you haven't made the application, it means that you were in the UK illegally and the employer will be forced to pay. They can be fined for keeping you there for that duration when they are conducting their checks. That is why you have to make sure you submit your application, provide the evidence to them way before the 1st of July. Media makers say as soon as you enter into June, 2nd, 3rd, 4th onwards, submit your application, give them the reference number or generate a share code, give it to them, and then you are safe. Thank you.
Boss, about your loyalty.
Oh, okay, lawyer. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Okay. All right, lawyer. My question. My problem. They say. Initially, I was 10-year route, which was in the year 2019. That was 10-year route, parental route, and me try my first 2.5 years. It's in the year 2022, and I switch they call 5-year route, and so me switch call as a parent. And I'm being it's a me 5 years, It's a year 80. I just mean renew for my final way, But this year, we move in with your friend is saying the same, like me partner, how the same as the same partner. I mean, have a colano, and I'm in a movie in.
I'm so I'll drop you. So
I'll drop it.
Hello. Hello. But hold on, lawyer. Ultimately, in the question, you can crowd answer.
Let me answer no.
Okay, any boss, but hold on, lawyer answer you in a mean for we.
Yeah, opposite option is now our first 2.5 years on the 10-year route. So, and now, or switch here after the first 2.5 years, or switch called 5-year route so as a parent. And to our first 2.5 years, as on the 10 years, that is gone waste. First 2.5 years on the 5-year route, and another 2.5 years on the 5-year, which is 5 years as a parent. But as I say, you know, me did say we're moving in back with the child's mother. Say, well, yeah, application now. A person who say you have indefinite and you have indefinite as a partner or indefinite as a parent. Now, if you are living in the same address with the child and the mother, and you make an application, it is very likely that you'll be put on the partner route. But remember, the 2.5 you did on the parent route is on the basis that you are a parent living in a different address. You don't want to complicate things for yourself. Say, Ebeya, why don't you just wait until you get your indefinite as a parent living in a different address, and then you can later move to join your partner? Because when the urban was say, and now moving in the say, that's the address, you are now living with the child and the mother. The Home Office can easily say, you don't qualify under the parent route for indefinite leave to remain, and therefore they can put you back on another 2.5 years as a partner. Be quite cautious. Be careful with the way you play it. Otherwise, instead of going for indefinite, they can easily put you on another 2.5 years as a partner.
Boss, it's you.
The question is within the map, based on 2.5, like Obama became to 2.5 maybe, and first one maybe, second one, and I'm free Ghana buy, right? And I'm offer money free Ghana buy. So Obama continue indefinite now, or them of friendly based on a cancer, what you can have and first 2.5 years. Or then Colani Nana indefinite Nabuma. And a secondly, say, Omudi definitely Bomo time banner, or ne or Colani, which my object acquire Obana Bayer, a canison, the first Obana Bayer registration, then Colana to swire, and that one. Time then on meeting as a British, you can ask on Bayer registration for British.
Yo, thank you, Midasipa. Now, recent one now,
before me, TikTok for the mobile team join you on YouTube. Why? Oh, share live on SVTV Africa is streaming or TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. TikTok for a woman, sign near the wait me join you, also continue join our YouTube and say Facebook page. But to subscribe to your YouTube, never wow. Wait me afraid WhatsApp number, and the WhatsApp number never to screen so because of TikTok, it's not me fan to screen so. But my call off from TikTok, it's the WhatsApp number never to screen so. No more free. Until I am Mr. Out here so answer and I am picking another.
All right, thank you. Auntie, what was the question again? He was asking if Mamina back with 2.5 years and Emofrani back later. Mamini Emofran are renew another 2.5 years. Now or kwakoji me indefinite. Or ni Mofrani na beji indefinite. And yes, the last one no. That is exactly what happened. Mamini ebaye or buy kra. It was later azana nibana eba. Yeah, kwakoji indefinite no. Yema Obofano, as I say at the time, no, we try 18, and Yema natural life in the UK test, and I had the account with the B1, Yedi Koyeno, Yema Mumia na indefinite. Even though set Nani Bano, Yendi 5 years old Kromano, Amomana, indefinite leave, just as the mother. But please keep checking the rules. These rules keep changing, the laws keep changing. So if you want to do anything like that, go to the immigration rules, check the residential requirement before you commit yourself to the application. The second one is British citizenship. Now, it depends on the age of the child. So, with the 18 years, it is expected to have for 5 years. Or under 13 years, it is 2 years or so. No, under 13 years, there's no time requirement. Or above from 13 to 18, I think is 2 years. So we need to know how old the child is and how long the child has been here to determine whether they can go together for the citizenship with the mother. Obviously, Sabofrano 18 years, that will require 5 years residential requirement in the UK. Otherwise, you have to make the application under Section 3.1 of the British Nationality Act 1981. Under Section 6, Schedule 1.2 of the British Nationality Act, and the children will be Section 3.1 of the British Nationality Act because they were not born in the UK, so their rules are different. You can do that and join it together. But again, we need to know the ages of the children before we can say yes, go ahead, or no, wait for additional few years before you can get your citizenship. Thank you.
Hello, Bachelor Tio.
Hello, good evening, DJ Nila
Good evening.
Hamidasipa.
Good evening.
Potom, Person Bisa say, Minimianum Nebaha through the EU settlement scheme. Now, the time I buy a name, mammy worry, my stepdad free EU no. But name mammy settled status here. Into home office, my minimianum pre-settled status. But see, I'm mammy indefinite, but we're divorcing my stepdad no. Into me, person Bisa say, divorce no bit me affect me minimianum settled status application no. And now, my mammy bit me indefinite and my SCC.
How old are you?
Also, where the I
Me was 21 and minya no di mechine was 20, Ketwa no 12 years.
okay.
Emma, how long have you been here?
And I'll say how long now what's in the UK?
Yatina have for 2 years, about 2023 February.
Okay.
2023 February. Okay. All right. Thank you. Over to me. Now, near Nkituano, betime akọ for the indefinite leave in line with Umame because they are under 21 years old. If they are under 21 years and they've been here for 2 years or so, February 2023 to February 2025, 2 years, they can still qualify for indefinite in line with Umame Diana because your mother has got indefinite. Who are Wabru 21 years now? It is required that you will be here for 5 years because, and then in addition to the 5 years requirement, you have to be here and be dependent on Umame. And as I said, when Umame nete, and now when in Tempua or the Sika FA account to show say Umame na air support too, she is still dependent. You are still dependent on your mom. So, answer to your question is the younger sibling under 21 can apply for indefinite in line with your mom. More than 21 years, you have to be here for 5 years and you have to show dependency on your mother. Only because she's divorced from the EU national, or in addition to the fact that she's divorced from the EU national, dependency is required on your mother, and 5 years is required because you're more than 21 years old. Thank you.
Okay, lawyer, me mau answer some few questions. The course the the comment section of questions they will go. I'm going to screen so answer.
John Agbe, F1. Please can the 25% bonus on a lifetime ISA be classified as public funds? I'm saying this on the basis of dependent visa, no recourse to public funds. No, ISA is not a public fund. Now you can go to Google and enter public funds. What constitutes public funds? And it will give you a list of documents. ISA is not a public funds. As far as I know, and the last time I checked, it is not a public fund. Flemens or Femens. Oh, hi, lawyer. Hi, Femens. I understand Irish passport holders have a right to work, residence in the UK through Ireland. Though Ireland is part of the EU, please can you share insight? Yes, Irish nationals have a right to be in the UK. Even they don't even have to do the EU SS settled status or pre-settled status. It is right. They have a right to be in the UK. Even though they are part of the EU, they still have the right to reside in the UK. Evans Alpha, if your passport was seized at the UK border due to suspected sham marriage, but you were later granted pre-settled status, how long does it take to get your passport back if your case is resolved? Write to the Home Office, tell them your passport has been retained by the at the border, or write to whichever section or port or the terminal they retained your passport. I am sure they gave you some letter or some document when they kept your passport. There will be an address on it, or there will be a telephone number on it, or an email on that letter. Write to them, tell them your matter has been resolved, or once it is resolved, email them to release your passport for you. Thank you. It should take maybe a few weeks, but you should get your passport back. Gizzy Zone. Hi, lawyer. Hi, Gizzy. Good evening to you too. Please, I want to invite my mom to UK and will provide all the financial documents needed for the process. I want to know if she needs to present a bank statement for the application. I'm sure you asked this question sometime. I'm sure the same person. Yes, she can provide a bank statement, but you also have to provide every evidence to show that you'll be responsible for her financially and in every aspect. Thank you very much. Citrus Apia, hi. Hello, Lo, hi. I want to marry a lady here who's having a baby and the father just used the child to get his stay last 2 months. Can I get my stay through the mom as a couple? The problem is this. If you apply to stay based on your wife and your stepchild, the difficulty you will have is the child's father is still involved in the child's life. The child's father is still involved in the child's life. That is how come he is able to get his 2.5 years through his child. So the child's mother does not have sole responsibility or exclusive right over the child. And once the child's father is involved in the child's life, it becomes quite difficult for you to prove that parental responsibility because the mother is sharing parental responsibility with the child's father. It becomes difficult. So, if you wish to proceed with an application on this basis, I would tell you to clear in your mind that it can be 50-50. The Home Office can come back and ask for additional evidence or proof. It can be 50-50. But if you had another child with a woman In that case, your child would also have citizenship. You can base your application on your child. Some of these things are quite gray. The areas are quite gray, and therefore, yes, I would need to speak with you or sit down with you a little more. We turn the screen, we sit down, we go through everything, we read the laws and see exactly what it is before you proceed with any other application. Only because the child's father is involved in the child's life. I'm not married to the mother, but biological father of the child. The mother didn't mention my name at GP. Can I still use my grounds to get residence through my child? I'm not married to the mother, but the biological father. The mother didn't mention my name at the GP. Can I still use my grounds to get? Of course, if the child's mother is a British citizen or the child's mother has indefinite leave to remain, the child would have the British passport, the British citizenship. As long as your name is on your child's birth certificate as the father of the British child, you have every right to apply for your leave to remain based on your child. As long as you are involved in your child's life, there's a genuine and subsistent relationship between you and your child. Yes, you can apply based on your child. Even though your name is not at the GP, your name is on the child's birth certificate. You are not married to the child's mother. You are not living in the same address. You can apply based on your relationship with your child. You can get your stay in the UK. Abredu Kwame. Hello, Mr. Abredu. I submit application. Please, I submit application to join my wife in the UK, but my visa was refused and I got divorced. How I find now I found someone which is in the UK. In other words, now I find someone who is in the UK. I want to join her, but the problem is the name I use on my ex-wife. Now, the name you use should not be a problem. If you have changed your name, and you have gazetted it, it is clearly evident that you've changed your name. If you make the new application, they will ask you, what is your name in your passport? You put it there. They would ask you again, have you used another name before? You have to say yes. And they will ask you what the name was or which name it was. You have to put it there. And you have to bring the new passport with the change of name deed, which you have to highlight in the Gazette and attach it to it to submit with the application. If you say no, you go and do your fingerprint, it will pull it out, you will be refused, it will be banned for 10 years. So yes, you have used a different name before, provide that name, add the Gazette to show you change your name, make the new application, provide all the necessary documents. If you are married, add your marriage certificate, bank statement, pay slips, tenancy agreement, and all those supporting documents. You will be able to come to the UK. Don't hide the name. It can cause you problems. Thank you. Citizen Enzo, please, if your skilled worker company license has been revoked and you seek asylum and it's been refused, can you take advantage of the government skilled worker visa for people whose license has been cancelled? Well, if you are outside the 60 days period, then unfortunately you can't. Those who can take advantage of the new government scheme for people whose sponsorship or sponsors licenses have been revoked are those who are still here. The Home Office has not written to them to say they should leave the UK, or the Home Office have not told them that they should wait for another letter from the Home Office. As long as you are here legally within the 60 days, or you are still waiting for a letter from the Home Office, you can contact these organizations to see if they can get you another sponsorship to move on to that new company. But if you are outside the 60 days, then I'm sorry, you can't take advantage of the new scheme. Thank you. Seflin Sefako F1. Good job to you too for listening all the time. Lawyer and DJ, be blessed. Be blessed to Sister Sefako Akbena. Please, can couples who got married in Ghana file for divorce here in the UK? The man is here in the UK, but the woman is in Ghana. Yes, it is possible to file for a divorce here. These days, you do everything online. Times have changed. You don't have to go completing a long form. Everything is online. You need the woman's address, the woman's address, her telephone number, her email address. So the home office, not the home office, I'm sorry, the court will email her the divorce petition. She just has to respond to it, and the court can go ahead with the divorce. Even though she's out of jurisdiction, the court will be able to proceed if all the necessary questions are answered. The divorce can be done here in the UK. It is possible. Sefako, it's possible.
Nice one, lawyer wisdom. I feel say they are growing baby.
Thank you so much, DJ.
I think almost comment, but me who say be more. Hey, and a new ones be able more. My mom kind 2-3 be. Hey, sana
be more. Move into another program too, just like you.
I say, be more charge last hour no more neighbor. No more check.
Okay. And see, one question. Thank you. Hi, if I'm not short on the yearly income, if I am short, okay, I'm sorry, Obi. If I'm short on the yearly income by like 2,000, but I have that much in my savings, does it qualify for a spouse visa, or I must have 88,500 pounds? All right, let's do the calculation, brief calculation, very quick one. So if you are short of the 29,000 pounds by 2,000, we have 2,000 times 2.5. That is 5,000 plus 16,000. So you need 21,000 pounds in your account, not 88,500. You need 21,000 pounds in your account. So you are short by 2,000. Multiply that 2,000 by 2.5. You'll give you 5,000 plus 16,000 sitting in your account for 6 months. Thank you. You need 21,000 pounds. Daniel Akufu, my sister came to the UK as I was married to an EU partner. She came through my relationship with my EU member, that is an extended family member. We are divorced to the EU national now, and I'm a citizen now. Can my sister be granted settlement? Wow, this is quite interesting. Now, it is possible. It is possible, but it needs a lot of homework to be done before it can qualify. Again, dependency will come here. There's a form, there's a different form altogether that you have to complete. It's not the normal one EU settlement scheme you complete online. You have to call the Home Office, get an application form, complete that one. It is a derivative right application. They will consider that. They will have to see evidence of your settlement, the divorce certificate, evidence that the EU national was here settled in the UK, etc., etc. Your relationship with your sister, the birth certificate, and additional documents before they make a decision. It's quite interesting, but they can't tell your sister to pack her bag and leave the UK because she came here as a dependent, and therefore she should be able to qualify through that route as well. It's quite complex, but it can be taken care of. Benjamin, Benjamin. Okay, this is the last one I'll take. Good evening to you. Do Belgian nationals have right to move into Belgium? Or they out of the system because of Brexit? You mean, do they have the right to move to the UK rather than Belgium? They can still come to the UK to visit, but not to settle, because the time to come to settle is gone. If they want to come and settle, then they will have to come with sponsorship, maybe as a care worker, as a skilled worker in another category. Then they have to do 5 years and then indefinite leave to remain in the UK. They can still come and visit, but they can't come to settle. Thank you. DJ, thank you very much.
Lawyer Wisdom Akao, you better say, mean say last hour, Fena, Ebimuso comment, Baby, unfortunately, time.
Next week, Yami Aduma.
Yami Aduma every Fridays, be why I know my bantam. Internet, I'm say, I know what type of subscribing, so no, me Adoma, no, send a bear, subscribe, yeah. You know, your band live or your notification. Be moody on ya will bless later no be but so follow. No one notification, no question about them near there. Ya picky course kakra and lawyer so every day questions kakra. So when we do the Anyame Adoma next week, yeah, Friday, 5:30 to 7. Lawyer, Wiseman Solicitors office location, London.
Thank you.
Dawson Junction, McDonald's.
Dalston Junction.
Big Mac.
Yes, thank you. Close to the Dalston Market, Dalston Junction, McDonald's close to the Dalston Market. We are behind the McDonald's. The address is 18 to 22 Ashwin Street, 8 to 9 the Print House. 18 to 22 Ashwin Street, 8 to 9 the Print House. London Dalston E8 3DL. E8 3DL. Telephone number 0208 0165 384. 0208 0165 384. Mobile number is 079 31 411 042. 079 31 411 042. DJ, your Dawson Market. Ubankwa show. No matter what the problem is, at least we'll listen to you. We'll give you suggestions. Fafa, where would you call her?
One okay, who's more Dawson Market? Me mangas how.
You need Dawson Market.
You Dawson Market.
You need Dawson Market or Dawson Junction near Bay Market, please. I'm sorry. Hey, you need Dawson Market.
Oh, they do Dawson Market. Because money matters. So, beside one of these, white mass solicitors.
Uko Money Market, Uko Ajua, Uko Adum, Uko Katie's restaurant, Uko Muhammad, Taylor no, Ubiso Bia. We are just behind the market. Yami Enkau. DJ, thank you once again. Thank you for your support and your help in everything. We are still waiting for you. Please come. We are waiting.
Nice one. Lawyer Wisdom Akao, Wiseman Solicitors. Yeah, that one say every Fridays be a minimum. I'm more share and then you know that one say more questions by. I hope say my try. So we went to me and I went to me and we do away questions. Yami Adwa next week Brantem. Send a bell bit to me. I away. You bet me there 2 or more can come out. And we follow you. No, I share video. So, so by me show no so be so bit me. I WhatsApp me and answer send a voice note. How you see and there were the new be adding come from Ghana worldwide. Corner baby, I will be out with me about show no so be share experience. Near Koso honey and they will train and they are film. I mean, it didn't come out and join here. We see and there power brabum. I see and there information is very important. The area and they say. They be make very important information and by a man for questions and we be fan. Baby no po we twem mo kwa hwa atem didie. O yo baka so no nim de ko. No ka say connection man. Okay, connection podo. Onti ase ti de ka che no akotua na e de abunu pa. Information is very important. They be make. So you know your left and right. And yes, the lawyer the man mun have solid information. I now wait see programs be a me maybe what dream more home baby oh and yet the doors were media no so do anyway madam want some share SVTV Africa madam production team as subscribe to your channel for my DJ Nyame madam I say share me kroma the videos about and hey many abroche ma share many abroche there U10 Unko share interviews no so follow you and they follow videos no and my business link mina branch ba ko tie no be experience home business or yeah many am for be breeding come videos in there more ba is there very important madam say I no ma share mo kroma ka say tour onya ka tour magisu tour
My name is Calipos. boss with one S. Happy new month to all of you. Welcome to a month of new possibilities. Do you know why life has been made so easy? It's because of Toughen. People, Toughen is here to make your life easy if you want to transfer money to Ghana. If you want to transfer from USA, if you want to transfer from UK, Europe, Canada, a lot of places all to Ghana. And guess what? When it comes to Ghana, there's no e-levy charge. So, what are you waiting for? Download Toughen on Google Play Store and App Store and be ready for exciting offers coming your way each time, every time on Toughen.
Tap Send. Send more, spend less.